Have you ever felt like you were facing challenges that others simply couldn't overcome? You know, those moments when it seems like the odds are stacked against you, and yet, somehow, you make it through when others might have given up? Or maybe, you've looked at someone else's situation and wondered, how do they keep pushing forward when everything is falling apart? Life has a way of testing us in ways that seem impossible. Yet, there are times when we look back and realize that we have overcome the very obstacles that others struggled to get past. What makes someone able to conquer such difficulties when others can't? How do we manage to rise above challenges that seem insurmountable? The truth is, overcoming challenges is not just about surviving, it's about growing and learning through the process. These challenges are more than mere tests, they are opportunities. Opportunities for growth, for learning more about ourselves, and for discovering just how resilient we can truly be. They allow us to tap into strengths and potential we never knew existed within us. Think about it. When you faced something that seemed impossible at the time, but you made it through, what did you learn about yourself? How did that experience shape who you are today? Maybe it was a personal loss, a career setback, a difficult relationship, or even a health challenge. But what's important is that you didn't just overcome it, you came out stronger. And while those challenges were tough, they didn't define you, they refined you. Now, I want to encourage you to take a moment and think about the challenges you faced in your own life. Whether they were big or small, short-lived or something you're still working through, each of us has a unique trial that has tested our strength. But here's the thing, every trial you've faced has shaped you in ways that are often invisible to others, but they are invaluable to you. It's important to reflect on how these challenges have molded you, how they've made you who you are. Maybe the person you are today wouldn't exist without the struggles you've overcome. And when you look at someone else struggling, you might be able to see how they too can learn and grow from the trials they're facing. Remember, each of us has our own set of tests, and there is incredible value in overcoming them. So, let's dive deeper into what it means to face the challenges that others couldn't, and how to turn these moments of struggle into opportunities for growth. Life is full of tests and challenges. These challenges can take many forms, some we expect, some catch us by surprise. At times, we face trials that push us to our limits, testing our patience, strength, and resolve. But what is crucial to remember is that every challenge we encounter is not just an obstacle, but an opportunity for growth. These challenges can come in various areas of our lives. In our work, we may experience failure, disappointment, or setbacks that make us question our abilities or whether we are on the right path. In our families, we may struggle with strained relationships, loss, or financial difficulties that seem impossible to overcome. Personal transformation also brings its own set of challenges, whether it's overcoming personal fears, finding one's identity, or struggling with mental health issues. These tests are part of the human experience, and while they can seem overwhelming at the time, they are often the very things that shape us into who we are meant to be. Each challenge presents us with a choice, to give up or to push forward. Often, these challenges arise when we least expect them, shaking the foundations of our lives and forcing us to either sink or rise. But the key lies in how we approach these tests. Do we see them as setbacks, or do we recognize them as opportunities to learn, grow, and become stronger? To bring this to life, let's think about some real-life challenges that many of us can relate to. Loss of a loved one. One of the most profound tests we can face in life is the loss of someone we love. It may be a family member, a friend, or a partner. The pain of losing someone close to us can feel unbearable. Grief is something that many of us go through at some point, and it can feel like we are standing in a void, unsure of how to keep going. This kind of emotional pain is a test, unlike any other. Yet, over time, we find that through the grief, we discover resilience, the ability to move forward, to find joy again, and to honor the memory of the person we lost. Loss teaches us about the depth of love, the preciousness of time, and the power of healing. Dealing with illness. Health challenges are another area where many of us are tested. Whether it's dealing with a chronic illness, a sudden diagnosis, or the illness of someone close to us, these situations force us to confront our vulnerabilities. Health problems can bring about a complete shift in how we view life. For some, the challenge is not only physical but also emotional. Battling fear, uncertainty, and isolation. But time and time again, we see people who, after facing a serious health crisis, come out stronger, with a deeper appreciation for life and a new perspective on what truly matters. Career failures. Another common challenge many people face is professional setbacks. You might have poured years of effort into your career only to face failure or disappointment, whether it's losing a job, not being promoted, or having a business venture fail. This can shake your self-confidence and leave you questioning your worth. However, career setbacks can also be turning points. They push us to reevaluate our goals, develop new skills, or even pivot in a different direction. Many successful people, like Steve Jobs or Oprah Winfrey, faced major career setbacks, but later credited those challenges as key to their eventual success. It is through these struggles that they found their true calling and purpose. Sudden changes. Life has a way of throwing unexpected challenges our way. You might be sailing smoothly through life when suddenly, a major life change hits: a divorce, moving to a new place, a financial crisis, or a family emergency. These unexpected shifts can feel disorienting, and they often force us out of our comfort zones. At first, we may resist the change, but over time, we realize that change is an essential part of growth. It's in the face of these unexpected shifts that we often discover hidden strengths, build new relationships, and redefine our values and priorities. All of these challenges can feel overwhelming at the time. The weight of grief, illness, failure, or sudden life changes can feel unbearable, as though the very foundation of your life is being shaken. But these trials are not the end of the story. They are the beginning of a new chapter, where we can transform our pain into purpose and our setbacks into comebacks. So, why is it that challenges are such an essential part of personal growth? The answer lies in the very nature of growth itself. Just as a tree grows strong by enduring storms, we too are shaped by the struggles we face. Growth requires discomfort, challenge, and perseverance. Overcoming challenges teaches us resilience, the ability to bounce back when life knocks us down. Resilience is built through experience. When we face something difficult, we may initially feel like we can't go on, but then, we find the strength within ourselves to keep moving. We learn that, although we may face hardships, we are not defined by them. We are defined by how we respond. Resilience is a muscle that gets stronger every time we use it. Every challenge we face has the potential to build our character. Whether it's learning patience through grief, developing humility through failure, or gaining empathy through illness, challenges reveal our weaknesses and give us the opportunity to strengthen them. It's through these struggles that we become more compassionate, more understanding, and more mature in our personal growth. Character is developed in the fire of adversity. Often, it's in the midst of trials that we find clarity about our purpose. When life forces us to slow down, step back, and reevaluate, we begin to see what truly matters. A health crisis may lead someone to re-examine their priorities and decide to pursue a more meaningful career. A personal loss may prompt someone to shift focus toward relationships and living fully in the present. Challenges can strip away the distractions and help us gain a clearer sense of direction. Lastly, the challenges we face often lead to a deeper sense of gratitude. After overcoming a significant obstacle, we come to appreciate the good things in life more fully. We no longer take our health, relationships, or opportunities for granted. We become more mindful of the present moment and more grateful for the blessings that we often overlook in the hustle of daily life. So, while challenges can feel discouraging, the truth is, They are often the very things that shape us into the person we are meant to be. Without struggle, we wouldn't develop the strength, resilience, and wisdom that are needed to fulfill our purpose in life. Our greatest growth often comes from our greatest challenges. As we reflect on the challenges we face, it's important to remember that each test, each trial, is a step toward becoming who God created us to be. These trials are not the end of our story. They are the beginning of our transformation. Through every difficulty, we are shaping our character, deepening our faith, and discovering our true potential. So, the next time you face a challenge, instead of seeing it as a roadblock, consider it an opportunity for growth. Know that you are not alone in your struggles and that you have the strength to overcome whatever comes your way. Embrace the trials, learn from them, and use them as stepping stones to become the best version of yourself. Perseverance is one of the most powerful qualities a person can possess, especially when it comes to overcoming challenges. But what exactly is perseverance? At its core, perseverance is the ability to keep going in the face of adversity, to continue striving toward a goal despite the obstacles and setbacks that inevitably arise. It is staying committed to the task even when the road gets tough, even when success seems distant or unattainable. In life, we all encounter moments when things don't go as planned. These moments of difficulty are a natural part of the journey. But what distinguishes those who succeed from those who don't is their ability to persevere. Perseverance is not just about working hard once or twice, but about sticking with something over the long term. It's about showing up when you don't feel like it, continuing when you're exhausted, and remaining focused on your goal when the outcome is uncertain. It's the relentless pursuit of something meaningful, no matter the obstacles in your way. The reality is that challenges are inevitable, and they are part of God's plan to strengthen us. Perseverance allows us to turn adversity into opportunity, learning lessons along the way, refining our character, and developing the resilience needed to fulfill our purpose. Without perseverance, we might start many things but never finish them. Perseverance is what ensures that we keep moving forward despite the setbacks, knowing that each step we take brings us closer to our goal. Perseverance plays a critical role in overcoming obstacles because it keeps us moving forward even when everything in us wants to quit. We've all had times in our lives when circumstances made success seem impossible. The road ahead seemed too long, the obstacles too high, and the effort too much. During such times, perseverance becomes the fuel that keeps us going. Consider the example of Thomas Edison, one of the most famous inventors in history. His journey to invent the light bulb is a powerful example of perseverance. Edison is said to have conducted over 10,000 experiments before he successfully created the light bulb. Imagine that 10,000 failed attempts. Many people would have quit after a few dozen, or even after a few hundred failures. But Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His ability to persevere through failure after failure is what eventually led to his breakthrough. Without perseverance, Edison's discoveries might never have come to fruition. Similarly, J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series, faced rejection after rejection before her first book was accepted by a publisher. In fact, her manuscript was rejected by 12 different publishers before it was finally accepted. Imagine the discouragement she must have felt after so many setbacks. Yet, instead of giving up, Rowling pressed forward. Her perseverance is what turned her into one of the most successful authors in the world. Her story is a testament to how crucial perseverance is when pursuing any dream or goal. Perseverance also played a significant role in the civil rights movement in the United States. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. faced countless obstacles, from violent opposition to personal sacrifices, but his unwavering commitment to the cause and his perseverance through immense adversity were essential in bringing about meaningful change in the fight for racial equality. King's legacy is a powerful example of how perseverance, even in the face of overwhelming challenges, can lead to transformative social change. In our own lives, we may not be facing battles on the scale of Edison or King, But we all encounter personal challenges that test our resolve. Whether it's pursuing a career, building a relationship, overcoming personal struggles, or trying to reach a financial goal, perseverance is what ensures that we don't give up halfway through. It allows us to remain focused and committed to the process, no matter how long it takes. The reason perseverance is so vital is that it differentiates those who succeed from those who give up too early. Many people start on a journey with high hopes and ambitions, but it's the ability to persevere that determines who reaches their destination. This is especially true when the path is not easy, when progress is slow, or when results seem out of reach. Take Michael Jordan, for example. He is considered one of the greatest basketball players of all time, but his journey to success was not without challenges. As a high school freshman, Jordan was cut from his varsity basketball team. Many people in his shoes might have given up on basketball altogether, but not Michael Jordan. He used that setback as motivation to work harder. He later became known for his unmatched perseverance, constantly practicing, pushing his limits, and never accepting failure as the end of the road. Jordan famously said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed." Despite all of his failures, it was his perseverance and relentless pursuit of excellence that made him one of the greatest athletes in history. Another example comes from the world of entrepreneurship. Walt Disney, the visionary behind Disneyland and one of the most successful entertainment pioneers, was rejected numerous times in his early career. He was fired from a newspaper job because he lacked creativity and had his ideas rejected by multiple investors. But Disney's determination never wavered. Despite the rejections, he believed in his vision and kept moving forward. He continued to persevere, ultimately building one of the most successful entertainment empires in history. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is often not talent or intelligence, but the willingness to keep going when things get hard. Many people give up because they are looking for instant results, or they expect the journey to be easy. But success doesn't come from instant gratification. It comes from persistence. Perseverance is what allows you to keep going when the going gets tough, when the path is unclear, and when the obstacles seem insurmountable. It's what keeps you pressing on, even when everything around you suggests that you should give up. Most of us can relate to the experience of almost quitting when things get difficult. Perhaps you've faced a project that seemed impossible to finish, or a personal goal that felt unattainable. In those moments, it's easy to throw in the towel, but the true measure of success isn't determined by how you start, but by your ability to keep going, no matter how hard the journey gets. Perseverance is not just a trait, it is a decisive factor in overcoming challenges. It is the ability to keep moving forward, no matter the obstacles or setbacks. Perseverance allows us to grow, to learn, and to find strength we didn't know we had. It is what separates those who succeed from those who give up too soon. Whether you're facing personal challenges, career setbacks, or pursuing a long-term dream, perseverance will be the key that unlocks the door to your success. One of the most significant factors that determine whether we succeed or fail in the face of challenges is our mindset. Our mindset is the lens through which we view the world, and it has a profound impact on how we handle life's difficulties. When faced with a problem, people with different mindsets often respond in vastly different ways. In this section, we'll explore the key differences between a positive mindset and a negative mindset, and how these mindsets shape our ability to overcome obstacles. A negative mindset often involves focusing on what's wrong, what could go wrong, and feeling defeated by difficulties. People with a negative mindset tend to feel overwhelmed by challenges, viewing them as insurmountable and discouraging. They may see themselves as victims of circumstances, believing that they have no control over their situations. This mindset leads to self-doubt, fear of failure, and a sense of helplessness. As a result, Individuals with a negative mindset may either avoid challenges altogether or give up at the first sign of difficulty. They often believe that their efforts won't matter or that things will never improve. On the other hand, a positive mindset is about choosing to focus on the potential for growth, learning, and improvement. People with a positive mindset don't deny that challenges exist, but they see challenges as opportunities to improve and succeed. They approach problems with a sense of curiosity, optimism, and determination. Instead of focusing on what could go wrong, they focus on what can be learned and how they can move forward. A positive mindset involves believing in oneself, maintaining hope, and having confidence that, even in the face of adversity, things can and will get better with effort and persistence. When facing difficulties, mindset is the difference between viewing obstacles as roadblocks or as stepping stones. The way we think directly influences how we act, how resilient we are, and how quickly we bounce back from setbacks. With the right mindset, even the toughest challenge becomes something that can be overcome with time, effort, and perseverance. So, why is it that one person can succeed where others fail? Why do some individuals thrive in the face of challenges, while others seem to be defeated by the same obstacles? The key is mindset. People with a positive mindset are more likely to succeed in difficult situations because they view challenges differently. Rather than seeing problems as insurmountable, they view them as opportunities for growth. This shift in perspective is crucial. Take, for example, the story of Walt Disney. He was fired from a newspaper for lacking creativity, and later had his ideas rejected by countless investors. But instead of giving up, Disney's positive mindset and belief in his vision kept him going. He was able to see his setbacks as lessons and stepping stones toward creating the Disney empire. His ability to reframe his failures as necessary steps on the road to success was a key factor in his ultimate triumph. People with a positive mindset view failure as a learning experience rather than a final defeat. Similarly, consider Steve Jobs. Jobs was fired from Apple, the very company he co-founded, and yet, he didn't give in to bitterness or defeat. Instead, he viewed this as a temporary setback and, in his own words, the best thing that could have happened. This mindset shift allowed him to go on, to create Next, Pixar, and eventually return to Apple to revolutionize technology once again. His positive outlook and belief that failure was simply a part of the process helped him push through the tough times. One more powerful example is Thomas Edison, whose name is almost synonymous with innovation and success. Yet, Edison experienced countless failures while inventing the light bulb. In fact, he famously failed over 10,000 times before he succeeded. When asked about his repeated failures, Edison responded, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This optimistic, growth-oriented mindset allowed him to keep going despite the setbacks. Edison's ability to maintain a positive attitude to see failure as part of the process rather than as a permanent obstacle is what made him a success. Each of these individuals could have easily given up in the face of adversity, but their positive mindset allowed them to keep going, to adjust their approach, and to ultimately find success. It wasn't that they were immune to failure or challenges. Rather, their mindset empowered them to persevere and turn obstacles into opportunities. Having a positive mindset doesn't mean ignoring the difficulties in life or pretending that everything is okay when it's not. Instead, it's about choosing how we respond to the difficulties we encounter. Here are some practical ways you can shift your mindset when facing life's tests. When you face a challenge, the first step is to recognize the thoughts running through your mind. Do you find yourself thinking, "This is too hard," or "I'll never make it"? These negative thoughts can quickly lead to feelings of helplessness. Instead of focusing on the difficulty, try to reframe the challenge as an opportunity to grow. Ask yourself, "What can I learn from this?" Or, "How can I use this experience to become stronger?" Reframing your thoughts helps you shift from a place of defeat to a place of empowerment. where challenges become opportunities for personal growth. Gratitude is a powerful tool for shifting your mindset, especially during tough times. When you're going through a difficult period, try to focus on the things you're thankful for, even the small things. Maybe you have a supportive friend or a roof over your head. Maybe you're grateful for the lessons learned from past difficulties. When we shift our focus to gratitude, it helps us maintain perspective and reminds us that even in hard times, there are things to be thankful for. Practicing gratitude can help you keep a positive outlook and reduce the negative self-talk that can hold you back. One of the most common sources of frustration during tough times is feeling powerless or out of control. A positive mindset comes from realizing that, while you may not be able to control everything, you can control your response. When you focus on the actions that are within your power, whether it's working toward your goals or taking small steps to improve your situation, you regain a sense of control and agency in your life. Visualization is a powerful technique used by many successful individuals to maintain a positive mindset. Take a few minutes each day to imagine yourself overcoming the current challenge you're facing. Picture the steps you'll take, how you'll feel when you succeed, and the rewards of your perseverance. Visualization helps you stay motivated and reinforces your belief that success is achievable. By seeing yourself succeed in your mind, you strengthen your confidence and create a mental image that guides you toward achieving your goals. The people you spend time with can significantly influence your mindset. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who believe in your abilities, and who maintain a positive outlook. Whether it's family, friends, or mentors, positive relationships can help reinforce your mindset and provide the encouragement you need to keep going. If you're struggling, seek out those who can offer support and help you see things from a different perspective. A positive mindset is the key to navigating life's challenges and transforming obstacles into opportunities. When we choose to focus on what we can control, reframe our thoughts, practice gratitude, and surround ourselves with positive influences, we unlock the power to overcome difficulties that might otherwise seem insurmountable. The difference between those who succeed and those who struggle is often their mindset. People who succeed don't ignore the challenges, they simply view them from a different angle, focusing on growth, learning, and resilience. When you shift your mindset, you change your reality. You move from seeing problems as barriers to seeing them as opportunities for growth and transformation. Emotions are an inherent part of being human, and they can significantly influence how we respond to challenges. When we encounter hardships, it's natural to experience a range of emotions: fear, anger, sadness, frustration, or even hopelessness. While these emotions are completely valid, it's crucial to understand that our emotions can also shape our decisions in ways that either help or hinder our progress. When we are overwhelmed by emotions, our ability to think clearly and make rational decisions can be compromised. For example, fear can paralyze us, causing us to hesitate or avoid taking action. Frustration might make us act impulsively, leading to decisions that are reactive rather than thoughtful. Sadness can cloud our judgment, making us focus only on the negative aspects of a situation and losing sight of potential solutions or opportunities. Imagine you're working toward a big goal and you face a major setback. Perhaps you didn't get the promotion you were hoping for, or a project you invested months into falls apart. In the face of disappointment, anger, or self-doubt, you might feel like giving up. Emotions like fear of failure or feeling like you're not good enough can lead you to believe that your efforts are futile and that it's easier to quit than to keep going. But here's the challenge. When we give in to overwhelming emotions, we risk making decisions based on temporary feelings rather than long-term goals. The danger lies in acting impulsively, either by avoiding the challenge or giving up too soon, when the solution might be just around the corner. Emotions can cloud our judgment and cause us to miss opportunities or make choices we'll later regret. Thus, understanding how emotions affect our decisions is key to managing hardships effectively. Emotional awareness helps us recognize when we're being influenced by temporary feelings and allows us to take a step back and approach the situation with a clear, calm mind. In times of hardship, emotional management becomes one of the most important tools we can use to maintain our focus and continue progressing. While we can't always control how we feel in the moment, we can learn how to manage our emotions so they don't derail our progress. Here are some practical strategies to help manage emotions during difficult times. The first step in managing emotions is to acknowledge them. It's normal to feel upset, frustrated, or sad when things don't go as planned. The key is not to suppress these emotions, but rather to accept them without judgment. When we deny or ignore our feelings, they often intensify and eventually affect our decision-making. Instead, allow yourself to feel what you're feeling, but don't let those emotions control your actions. For instance, if you feel angry after a setback, rather than letting it boil over into rash decisions, take a moment to recognize your anger and ask yourself why you feel this way. Understanding the root of your emotion will give you better control over it. When emotions are running high, it's important to pause and create space before making any big decisions. In moments of intense emotion, it can be easy to make decisions out of anger, frustration, or fear. By taking a break, even if it's just a few minutes, you give yourself time to process your emotions and reflect on the situation more rationally. Deep breathing or mindfulness exercises can help calm your mind, reduce emotional intensity, and restore your ability to think clearly. For example, take a few deep breaths and count to 10 slowly. This simple technique can help lower your stress levels, allowing you to approach the problem with more clarity and perspective. In the heat of the moment, it's easy to view a setback as a failure. However, reframing the situation is a powerful tool for emotional regulation. Instead of thinking, "I failed," or "this is impossible," try to reframe the situation as an opportunity to learn and grow. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? What does this challenge teach me about my strengths and weaknesses? Reframing your thoughts helps you shift from a negative emotional state to a growth-oriented mindset. This shift in perspective can help you approach the challenge with renewed focus and energy, rather than allowing your emotions to control your actions. When facing a difficult challenge, it can feel overwhelming, and this emotional weight can make it hard to take action. One way to manage emotions and regain control is to break down the problem into smaller, manageable steps. This approach reduces the emotional pressure and helps you focus on making progress, one step at a time. Self-talk plays a significant role in how we manage our emotions. When you're feeling down or frustrated, it's easy to get caught up in negative self-talk. Phrases like, "I can't do this," or "this is too hard," only increase emotional stress. Instead, practice positive self-talk, words of encouragement, and affirmation that keep you grounded in the belief that you are capable of overcoming the challenge. Tell yourself, "I've faced challenges before, and I can overcome this too." Positive self-talk helps shift your focus away from the emotions of failure and towards a more empowered, action-oriented mindset. Remind yourself of past successes and use those memories to fuel your perseverance. Sometimes, managing emotions can feel isolating, especially when dealing with major challenges. Don't be afraid to seek support from friends, family, or colleagues. Talking about your feelings with someone you trust can be an incredibly effective way to process your emotions and gain a fresh perspective on the situation. Sharing your concerns can help you feel heard and understood, which can lighten the emotional burden. Additionally, others may offer valuable insights, advice, or simply words of encouragement that can help you navigate your current challenge. Ultimately, the key to success in trials lies in our ability to maintain calmness and continue taking action, despite the emotional turbulence we may be experiencing. Challenges and hardships are inevitable, but how we respond to them is what will ultimately determine our success. Emotional management isn't about ignoring your feelings or pretending that everything is fine. It's about mastering your emotions so they don't hinder your ability to move forward. One of the best ways to manage emotions during tough times is to shift your focus from how you feel to what you can do. Action is the antidote to emotional paralysis. Even when you don't feel like it, taking small, purposeful actions can create momentum and help you move through the challenge. When you're feeling stuck or overwhelmed, ask yourself, what is one small thing I can do right now to move forward? By focusing on the next immediate step, no matter how small, you regain control over the situation, which can help calm your emotions and shift your mindset. It's also important to be patient with yourself. When facing tough times, we often expect ourselves to handle everything perfectly. However, growth and progress take time. It's normal to feel frustrated or impatient at times, but remind yourself that change and success are often slow processes. Keep reminding yourself that the challenges you face today are helping you build the strength, resilience, and wisdom that will serve you in the future. During difficult times, we often feel like we're stuck or not making any progress. But trust the process. Success, growth, and healing are often not linear. Some days will feel like setbacks, but that doesn't mean you're not moving forward. Keep trusting that, with each effort, you are getting closer to the outcome you desire. Let go of the need for immediate results and focus on consistent effort, one step at a time. In conclusion, emotional management is one of the most important skills we can develop when facing hardship. Emotions are natural and valid, but they can either fuel us or derail us, depending on how we manage them. By acknowledging our feelings, practicing self-control, and focusing on actionable steps, we can move through even the toughest trials with greater resilience and clarity. Remember, the key to success in trials is to maintain calmness, take deliberate action, and trust the process. By mastering our emotions, we empower ourselves to move forward, no matter what challenges life throws our way. Keep going, stay focused, and remember that you have the strength to overcome anything you face. Life is filled with challenges. Whether in our personal or professional lives, we all encounter obstacles that seem insurmountable at times. However, what if we started to view every challenge as an opportunity rather than an obstacle? This shift in perspective can dramatically change how we approach difficulties and can be the key to unlocking our true potential. A challenge is, by definition, something that tests our abilities or endurance. But the way we perceive that test is what determines our response. When we choose to see challenges as opportunities, we allow ourselves to grow, learn, and evolve. The truth is, growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens when we are pushed beyond our limits, when we are forced to adapt, learn, and push through adversity. Consider a simple example. Think about physical exercise. When we lift weights, we push our muscles to the limit, and it's during this strain that muscles grow stronger. Similarly, life's challenges put a strain on us, and although they may feel uncomfortable in the moment, they are the very experiences that help us grow emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Just like the muscles in our body, our inner strength, resilience, and character grow through the challenges we face. The most successful people in the world have learned to embrace the idea that challenges are opportunities to push themselves, innovate, and achieve greatness. Instead of avoiding difficulty, they face it head-on, seeing it as a pathway to improvement rather than a roadblock. One of the most powerful ways to understand the concept of turning challenges into opportunities is by looking at the stories of famous individuals who encountered failure but used those setbacks as stepping stones to success. Thomas Edison, one of the greatest inventors in history, is another perfect example of turning failure into opportunity. Edison is famously known for failing over 10,000 times in his quest to invent the light bulb. When asked about his repeated failures, Edison famously replied, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison's persistence and his positive attitude toward failure helped him view each failed experiment as a lesson rather than a defeat. He understood that every attempt brought him one step closer to success. It was his unwavering belief in his vision and his ability to persevere through failure that ultimately led to one of the most impactful inventions in history, the electric light bulb. Edison's approach to failure teaches us that every setback is a lesson, and it's only by pushing through those lessons that we find the breakthrough we're searching for. Failure, in this case, was not just a setback. It was a crucial part of the process that led to success. Oprah Winfrey is a perfect example of how failure can be used as a stepping stone to success. Early in her career, Oprah was fired from her job as a TV reporter because she was deemed not right for television. Many would have been crushed by this rejection, but Oprah used it as a motivation to improve and redefine her path. She went on to build a media empire, becoming the first African-American woman to own a television production company and later creating The Oprah Winfrey Show, one of the most successful talk shows in history. Oprah's story is a testament to the power of resilience and the ability to turn adversity into an opportunity for reinvention. Oprah's journey is a powerful reminder that setbacks are part of the journey, and that success often comes after we learn from our failures and make the most of them. Her success was built on a series of failures, each of which propelled her toward her true calling. So, how can you apply these lessons from famous figures to your own life? How can you start seeing challenges not as roadblocks, but as opportunities? Here are some key steps to help you transform adversity into opportunity. The first step in finding opportunities in adversity is to reframe the way you view the situation. Instead of focusing on the problem or what went wrong, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What is this challenge trying to teach me? For example, if you're facing a job loss, instead of seeing it as a failure, reframe it as an opportunity to explore a new career path, build new skills, or pursue a passion that you've always wanted to follow. Reframing helps you shift from a mindset of limitation to one of potential and growth. In the face of adversity, it's important to remain flexible and open to change. The world doesn't always unfold the way we expect, and challenges are often a result of unforeseen circumstances. Instead of holding on rigidly to your original plan, embrace the flexibility to adapt. For example, if your business isn't succeeding in its current form, consider whether there's a new direction you can take. Being open to new possibilities allows you to pivot and find new opportunities that you might have otherwise missed. Challenges often feel overwhelming because we focus on all the things we cannot control. The truth is, we can't control everything, but we can control how we respond to situations. Focus on the actions that are within your control, no matter how small they may seem. If you're facing financial challenges, for instance, you can take control by reducing unnecessary expenses, seeking out additional income opportunities, or learning new skills that could increase your earning potential. By taking action, you regain a sense of empowerment and move away from a feeling of helplessness. In every challenge, there's an opportunity to find meaning, a deeper purpose that can be drawn from your struggles. Often, the hardest challenges are the ones that teach us the most about ourselves. Ask yourself how this challenge can help you grow as a person. Maybe the loss of a job forces you to reevaluate your career and leads you to a path that is more fulfilling and aligned with your true passions. Or perhaps a difficult personal experience helps you build empathy, resilience, and a deeper connection with others. Finding meaning in adversity transforms hardship into growth and opens the door to opportunities that would have otherwise remained hidden. One of the most significant hurdles in turning challenges into opportunities is fear. Fear of failure, fear of the unknown, and fear of what others might think can keep us paralyzed. But the key to moving forward is action. Even when fear is present, taking small, deliberate steps can help you build momentum. For example, if you're facing a tough financial situation, Taking the first step toward creating a budget or seeking financial advice is a powerful way to regain control. Taking action in the face of fear is what separates those who stay stuck from those who turn their challenges into stepping stones to success. Challenges are not just obstacles to overcome, but opportunities to grow, learn, and transform. The famous stories of Steve Jobs, Thomas Edison, and Oprah Winfrey remind us that failure is not the end, but a crucial part of the journey toward success. Their ability to view failure and adversity as opportunities for reinvention and growth was key to their eventual success. You, too, can find opportunities in every challenge you face. By reframing your perspective, staying adaptable, focusing on what you can control, finding meaning in the struggle, and taking action despite fear, you can transform any setback into a stepping stone. When we face tests or challenges in life, it's easy to see them as mere obstacles, things that are standing in the way of our goals or happiness. We often ask ourselves, "Why me?" or "What did I do to deserve this?" But what if we began to view these challenges as opportunities to connect more deeply with our life's purpose? What if the difficulties we face are not just random occurrences, but divinely designed tests that guide us closer to the very reason we were put on this earth? In times of difficulty, we often feel disoriented, uncertain, or even defeated. But these moments of struggle have the potential to be incredibly revealing. When we find ourselves in difficult situations, it's the perfect time to pause, reflect, and ask ourselves deeper questions about our purpose. Think about it. Every challenge we face forces us to reassess our values, goals, and direction in life. It can be a time to dig deeper into our heart and soul, exploring what we really care about, what drives us, and what we're truly meant to do. Sometimes, it takes a crisis or a test to spark self-discovery to help us reconnect with the deeper meaning of our existence. It's often through the most challenging times that we find our true purpose. Take, for example, the story of Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison. While many people might have seen his imprisonment as an insurmountable obstacle, Mandela viewed it as an opportunity to reconnect with his purpose, his mission to fight for freedom, justice, and equality. His time in prison wasn't wasted. It was a time of reflection, learning, and deepening his resolve to continue the fight for his country's freedom. The adversity he faced in prison became a powerful tool to solidify his purpose and ultimately change the course of history. Similarly, personal setbacks or struggles can sometimes serve as the starting point for discovering what we were really meant to do. Whether it's a career shift, a personal loss, or an unexpected change in life, these tests often shake us out of our complacency and force us to explore what truly matters. They offer us the chance to reflect, reevaluate, and reorient ourselves toward the path that aligns with our authentic purpose. So, the next time you face a trial, instead of seeing it as something that holds you back, try to see it as an opportunity to reconnect with your core purpose. Every challenge is a step toward deeper self-awareness and fulfillment of your life's true calling. One of the most powerful tools we have when facing life's challenges is belief. Specifically, belief in a higher purpose or a greater plan. When we truly believe that there is something bigger than ourselves, guiding us, a purpose beyond our immediate circumstances, it fuels our perseverance, hope, and determination. When life is tough, it's easy to get bogged down in the details of the problem and forget the bigger picture. In those moments, our belief in something greater can be the source of the motivation we need to push through. Believing in a higher purpose reminds us that our struggles are not in vain, and that everything happens for a reason. It helps us maintain the perspective that the challenges we are facing are part of the larger journey we are meant to be on. This belief can take different forms for different people. For some, it might be faith in God or a higher power. For others, it might be a deep belief in the universe's natural order or in the power of human potential. Regardless of what that belief looks like, it serves as a powerful anchor during difficult times. When you have faith in a greater plan, you understand that the trials you face now are helping you grow, preparing you for something greater down the road. Consider the example of Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor. In his book, Man's Search for Meaning, Frankl reflects on his time in concentration camps and how he found purpose and meaning even in the midst of unimaginable suffering. Frankl observed that the prisoners who were most likely to survive were those who had a sense of purpose or meaning in their lives. Those who believed that their suffering had a reason, even if that reason wasn't immediately clear. Frankl's powerful insight was that meaning is what keeps us going, even when everything else seems to be falling apart. He believed that finding purpose even in the darkest circumstances was the key to enduring hardship. This is the power of belief. When we believe that there is a larger purpose behind our struggles, it strengthens our resilience and keeps us motivated to keep going. In the same way, belief in your purpose can be the driving force that pushes you forward. It gives you the strength to keep taking action when everything else feels uncertain. It reminds you that you are part of something bigger than yourself, and that your challenges are leading you toward greater wisdom, strength, and success. Now that we understand the power of belief and how challenges can serve as opportunities to connect with our purpose, it's time to dive into practical steps you can take to reflect on your own purpose and reconnect with it during tough times. Here are some exercises to help guide you on your journey of self-discovery and connection with your deeper purpose. Take some time to reflect on challenges you've faced in the past. How did you overcome them? What lessons did you learn from them? This exercise will help you see how past challenges have shaped you and have been integral to your growth and understanding of your purpose. It can also remind you that the challenges you face today may be leading you to a deeper understanding of your true path. Visualization is a powerful tool for reconnecting with your purpose. Imagine yourself having overcome the current challenge or difficulty. What does your life look like once you've succeeded? Visualization allows you to see the potential for growth and success that lies ahead. It helps you understand that your current struggle is part of a larger journey and connects you to your future potential. Writing a personal mission statement is a way of articulating your purpose and staying grounded in it during difficult times. It helps you connect with what's most important to you and gives you a clear sense of direction. This mission statement can act as a reminder when you're facing difficulties, giving you the strength and focus to stay true to your purpose, even in the face of adversity. Sometimes, connecting with like-minded individuals who share your values or goals can reignite your sense of purpose. Being around others who are pursuing similar paths can provide support, inspiration, and encouragement. Social connection can be a powerful motivator and can help you see your own challenges in a new light. By sharing your experiences with others, you might discover new insights into your own purpose. The challenges we face in life are not just obstacles, they are powerful opportunities to connect more deeply with our true purpose. Through reflection, belief in a higher purpose, and a commitment to practice, we can turn adversity into a stepping stone toward personal growth and fulfillment. As you face your own trials, I encourage you to reflect on the lessons these challenges offer. Use them as opportunities to reconnect with your deeper purpose. Believe in the larger plan for your life, knowing that every test, every hardship, is preparing you for something greater. Keep your vision clear, stay true to your mission, and trust that each step, no matter how difficult, is part of the process of fulfilling your true calling. One of the most powerful and impactful things you can do as you overcome life's challenges is to become a role model for others. Often, the struggles we face, although deeply personal, hold the potential to inspire and empower others who may be walking a similar path. When we share our journey of overcoming challenges, we give others permission to believe in themselves and take the necessary steps to overcome their own difficulties. The truth is, people are inspired by real stories, stories of struggle, failure, perseverance, and ultimate success. These stories remind us that we are not alone in our struggles and that it is possible to come out stronger on the other side. By sharing your experiences, you can help others see that they, too, have the strength to face their challenges and keep moving forward. Becoming a role model doesn't necessarily mean you have to be famous or extraordinary. You simply need to be open and vulnerable about your own experiences, especially the hard parts. Your story can show others that overcoming obstacles is possible and that their current struggles do not define their future. Whether it's through your words, actions, or even the way you carry yourself, you have the power to inspire those around you. For example, think about someone you look up to. Maybe it's a mentor, a public figure, or even a family member. What makes them a role model to you? It's often their ability to navigate through adversity with grace, determination, and resilience. Now, imagine how your story could have the same effect on someone else, showing them that they too can thrive through their trials. Your journey can serve as a beacon of hope, a guide for those who feel lost or discouraged in their own struggles. By embracing the role of a role model, you not only uplift others, but also solidify your own strength and purpose. It is through the sharing of experiences that we connect as human beings and show each other that we are capable of more than we think. Sharing your journey with others is not only therapeutic for you, but it can also have a profound impact on the people around you. When you open up about your struggles, failures, and triumphs, you create an environment of trust and support that encourages others to do the same. There's something incredibly powerful about hearing someone else's story, especially when they've overcome similar obstacles. It allows us to feel connected and validated in our own experiences. Consider this. Many people go through life feeling isolated in their struggles because they think no one else understands what they're going through. When you share your journey, you let others know they are not alone. You help them feel seen and heard, and that can be a powerful catalyst for change. One of the best ways to share your journey is by speaking from a place of vulnerability. This doesn't mean sharing everything or exposing every private detail, but it does mean being honest about your experiences, including the struggles. For example, if you've overcome a career setback, talk about how it felt to face rejection, how you dealt with the disappointment, and what you did to get back on your feet. If you've battled personal health issues, share how you remained resilient and what you learned from the experience. When you share your struggles and how you persevered, it provides a roadmap for others who may be going through the same thing. It shows them that it's okay to feel down, but it's important to get back up. It gives them the hope they need to push through their own challenges. Remember, vulnerability is a strength, and by embracing it, you can inspire others to do the same. You don't have to wait for the perfect moment or until you've completely figured it all out. Sometimes, the most powerful moments of inspiration come when we share our stories while we're still in the process of overcoming. Let people see your growth, your struggles, and how you continue to move forward, no matter the obstacles. In addition to sharing your own journey, another powerful way to help others is by offering support to those who are currently facing challenges you have already overcome. You may not always have all the answers, but simply being there for someone, offering empathy, encouragement, and practical help can make all the difference. Here are a few ways you can offer support to others in need. Sometimes, the best way to help someone is simply by listening. Many people feel isolated in their struggles because they don't have anyone to talk to who understands. By offering a non-judgmental space for someone to express their emotions, you validate their experience and help them feel heard. Whether it's a friend, family member, or colleague, listening without offering immediate solutions can help someone feel supported, and sometimes that's all they need to begin healing. Tip: when someone shares their struggle with you, resist the urge to immediately offer advice unless they ask for it. Instead, ask open-ended questions and offer empathy. "I'm so sorry you're going through this. How are you feeling?" Or, "What do you need right now? How can I help?" Offering words of encouragement can be incredibly powerful. When someone is going through a tough time, they might feel like giving up or that they aren't capable of overcoming their difficulties. Your positive words, whether it's a simple reminder that they are strong, capable, and resilient, can provide the motivation they need to keep going. Example: if someone is struggling with a career setback, you could say, "I've been there, and I know it feels like everything is falling apart, but you are more than this one setback. You have the strength to come back stronger. Keep going." Tip: be specific in your encouragement. Share examples of how you've overcome challenges and the steps you took to get through it. People find comfort when they see others who have made it through difficult times. Sometimes, people in the midst of challenges need more than just emotional support. They need practical help. Depending on the situation, this might involve offering your time, resources, or expertise. For instance, if someone is struggling with their mental health, perhaps you can offer to help them find a therapist or support group. If they are facing financial difficulties, maybe you can help them explore options or refer them to resources that can offer assistance. Example: if someone is going through a tough time at work, offer to help them practice for an important presentation. Or if they're struggling with a personal project, lend a helping hand to lighten the load. Small gestures of kindness can go a long way in helping someone feel supported and less alone in their struggles. Sometimes, the best way to support others is simply by living your life with courage, resilience, and optimism. When others see you persevering through your own challenges, it can motivate them to keep going in their own journey. Your actions speak louder than words. And when you demonstrate that challenges are not the end, but opportunities for growth, you inspire others to take action and overcome their own obstacles. Example: share your story on social media, write a blog post, or simply have conversations with others about the obstacles you've overcome. Leading by example shows others that it's okay to struggle, but more importantly, it's okay to rise above those struggles. Get involved in initiatives that provide assistance to those facing challenges. Whether it's volunteering, contributing to charitable causes, or creating a support network for others, community involvement can have a profound impact on those in need. Through these efforts, you not only help others but also create an environment where support and empathy are normalized. Tip: find a cause that resonates with you and contribute in whatever way you can. Whether it's offering your time, skills, or resources, your involvement will help strengthen the support system for those going through difficult times. Becoming a role model for others is one of the most rewarding things you can do in your journey. By sharing your experience of overcoming challenges, you not only inspire others but also create a ripple effect of hope and resilience in your community. Your story can help someone else believe in themselves, and your actions can empower others to take their own steps toward overcoming adversity. Remember, you don't have to have all the answers or be perfect. Your willingness to share your journey, offer support, and lead by example will have a profound impact on those around you. And in the process, you'll continue to grow, deepen your purpose, and inspire others to do the same. One of the most powerful realizations we can have in life is that it's never too late to start over or to challenge ourselves in new ways. No matter how old you are, no matter how many setbacks you've faced, or how far you feel from your dreams, you can always begin again. In our fast-paced world, we often get caught up in the idea that there is a specific right time to make changes, to pursue our passions, or to start over. We may tell ourselves that it's too late to change careers, or that we're too old to take up a new hobby or start a new business. We often get stuck in the "what could have been" or "I should have done this sooner" mindset. However, growth and change don't have expiration dates. In fact, the later you start, the more wisdom and experience you bring to the process. Every step you take, no matter when you begin, is part of your unique journey. You don't need to wait for a perfect moment to begin making changes. The best time to start is always right now. Think about famous examples like Colonel Harlan Sanders, the founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC, who didn't franchise his famous fried chicken recipe until he was in his 60 seconds, or J.K. Rowling, who wrote the Harry Potter series while struggling with financial difficulties and personal hardships. She was in her 30 seconds before she found success as an author. Vera Wang, one of the most famous fashion designers today, didn't start designing wedding dresses until she was in her 40s. These individuals did not allow the idea that it was too late to stop them from pursuing their dreams. Instead, they embraced change and took action regardless of age, timing, or past failures. Their stories are proof that growth is a lifelong process, and it's never too late to challenge yourself or start something new. Your potential for growth is infinite, and there are always new opportunities to discover. So, whatever it is that you've been putting off or avoiding, embrace the opportunity to start now. It's never too late to take the first step toward the next chapter of your life. Your dreams are still within reach, no matter where you are in your journey. It's easy to view challenges as obstacles that get in the way of our success or happiness. We might look at setbacks or failures as indications that we are not on the right path. But the truth is, every challenge and failure is an opportunity to learn and grow. Challenges are not dead ends. They are stepping stones that shape our future success. The ability to learn from mistakes and grow through challenges is one of the most empowering skills you can develop. Each time you face a challenge, you have the choice to see it as a barrier or as a lesson. Learning from adversity is the key to long-term success, and it's through overcoming difficulties that we build the resilience and wisdom needed to continue moving forward. Consider the example of Thomas Edison, who, as mentioned before, famously failed over 10,000 times before inventing the light bulb. But instead of seeing his repeated failures as a sign that he was incapable, Edison embraced them as lessons. He didn't see failure as a reason to quit. He saw it as part of the process. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison understood that each failure was bringing him closer to his breakthrough. Similarly, many successful entrepreneurs have faced setbacks, criticism, and even bankruptcy. Yet their ability to learn from their mistakes and pivot has been a critical part of their eventual success. People like Steve Jobs, who was fired from Apple, or Walt Disney, who was told he lacked creativity, didn't give up when faced with failure. Instead, they took the lessons they learned and used them to redefine their goals and ambitions, ultimately achieving greater success. Life's challenges often teach us the most valuable lessons, ones that success or comfort cannot provide. The difficulties we face help us develop empathy, resilience, and wisdom. They show us what works and what doesn't, and they push us to keep improving. So, if you're facing a difficult situation right now, remember that it's not a failure, it's a lesson that is helping you become the person you need to be to succeed in the future. You don't need to fear failure. Failure is not final, it's part of the process. Each test, no matter how difficult it may seem, is an opportunity to expand your knowledge, learn new skills, and develop the mindset needed for success. Now that we've explored the power of embracing change and the importance of learning through challenges, let's talk about taking immediate action. One of the most important things you can do when facing a challenge is to take that first step, no matter how small. Action, no matter how minimal, creates momentum and helps you move toward your goals. Here are some actionable steps you can take today to address the challenges you're currently facing. When facing a major challenge, it's easy to become overwhelmed by the big picture. Instead of focusing on the entirety of the problem, break it down into smaller, manageable steps. For example, if you're considering a career change, start by researching the industry or identifying the skills you need to develop. If you're facing a financial challenge, create a budget or explore ways to reduce your expenses. Small steps lead to big results, and the act of taking the first step will make the larger goal feel more achievable. Setting clear and specific goals helps you focus your energy and gives you a roadmap to follow. Break your larger goal into smaller milestones that you can track. For example, if your goal is to lose weight, set a realistic goal for the week, such as committing to exercise 3 times a week or making healthier food choices. Achieving smaller goals along the way builds your confidence and helps you stay motivated. Tip: write down your goals and keep them visible. This will keep you accountable and serve as a reminder to keep pushing forward. Sometimes, a simple change of environment can help you gain a new perspective and reinvigorate your motivation. Whether it's cleaning your workspace, taking a walk in nature, or changing your routine, changing your environment can help reset your mindset and open your mind to new possibilities. Take a break from your usual environment, clear your mind, and return with renewed energy and clarity. If you're feeling unsure about how to navigate a challenge, seek out a mentor or someone who has been through a similar experience. Surround yourself with people who can offer support, guidance, and encouragement. Whether it's a friend, family member, or professional coach, having someone who believes in you and can offer practical advice can make all the difference. One of the biggest barriers to action is waiting for the perfect time to begin. The truth is, there will never be a perfect moment to start. Don't wait for everything to fall into place. Start where you are, with what you have. Whether it's taking the first step towards a new project, signing up for a class, or having that difficult conversation, just begin. Action creates momentum, and the sooner you start, the sooner you'll begin to see progress. As you take action, don't forget to celebrate small victories along the way. Each step you take is progress, and acknowledging these small wins keeps you motivated. Whether it's recognizing your efforts after completing a challenging task, or simply acknowledging that you made progress, celebrating these wins will help you stay positive and encouraged as you continue forward. It's never too late to start. Life is full of challenges, but each challenge is an opportunity to grow, learn, and become a better version of yourself. Embrace the process of growth, knowing that every challenge is a chance to redefine your path and take action toward the life you truly want. Remember, failure is part of the process. It's through each test and trial that we learn the most about ourselves and discover the strength to continue moving forward. So, instead of waiting for the perfect moment, take action now. Break your challenge into small steps, set clear goals, and start building momentum today. The journey may not always be easy, but it's always worth it. As we wrap up today's discussion, let's reflect on some of the key takeaways. Challenges are not just obstacles, they are opportunities for growth. Every difficult moment in life is a chance to discover our inner strength, to become more resilient, and to connect more deeply with our purpose. Whether it's overcoming personal trials, career setbacks, or any form of adversity, each challenge is a test of our character and determination. And every time we overcome a challenge, we affirm our value, proving to ourselves that we are capable of more than we may have ever believed. Remember, no one is exempt from facing their own tests in life. We all have our unique struggles and battles, but it's in these moments of hardship that we truly learn what we're made of. It's through the trials that we can grow stronger, wiser, and more determined. Each challenge we face is a stepping stone toward becoming the person we are meant to be. Now, I want to encourage you to take action today. Start viewing challenges as opportunities. Instead of letting fear or doubt hold you back, embrace them as chances for growth. Apply the lessons you've learned today to your own challenges and take the first step toward moving forward. You have the power to shape your journey, and it's up to you to make the most of every challenge you encounter. If you found today's video helpful, I invite you to like, subscribe, and share it with others who might benefit from hearing this message. Your support helps spread these valuable lessons to more people who may be facing their own struggles. I'd love to hear your thoughts, your stories, and any experiences you've had overcoming challenges. Share them in the comments below, and let's continue to support each other on this journey. Lastly, I invite you to join me in the next video. We have more to explore together, and I look forward to continuing this conversation. Until then, remember, you are stronger than you think, and every challenge is an opportunity to grow. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.